Hey there folks, today I got another delivery from VideoGameBoxProtectors.com. Since I got some of their box protectors to protect my actual boxes, I figured, I was pretty happy with them, so I figured, you know what, let's try their cases for the actual cartridges themselves, because I got a lot of stuff, as you can see back here, and a lot of these things are cartridges. They don't have cases, so let's see if they're a good solution. Alright, so as you can see, I got two kinds of cartridge protectors here. I got the NES cartridge protectors and the Super Nintendo cartridge protectors. So, let's go ahead and look at the Super Nintendo one first, because the NES one's actually going to end up being a little more complicated, I think. And I haven't opened these yet, so I'm just going to slide one of these out, and you guys get to see, at the same time I do, how good these things are. So, yeah, this is just a cartridge protector for the Super Nintendo game. I got a lot of loose cartridges, trying to get this collection back in order that, I did while I was, or that I collected growing up, and, it just came out of the boxes, so I gotta protect this stuff somehow. So I just put this together, just fold it together, it goes together real easy. Staying together pretty well. Very thin plastic. It's not going to add too much width to your cartridges, but, I decided to go ahead and pull out a couple of cartridges that everybody knows need protecting. The first one, my favorite RPG, Chrono Trigger. Doesn't get much better than this, but this is an original copy that I got, I think, for probably like $30 on eBay back when, like, I don't know, I might have been in junior high school or something like that, and yeah, it's in pretty good shape, so I kind of want to keep it that way. I think I got it for $30. Now it's like 150 or something like that. So I'm just going to take this, slide it right in, close the cartridge protector, and actually, look at that, I put it in backwards, so going to go ahead and flip this around. And now, boom, it's protected. Now, I would say this is probably a dust protector type thing, protecting the label from scratches, that sort of thing. Would it be crush proof? I don't think so. This, again, the plastic's pretty thin, and actually I kind of like that with the cartridge protectors, simply because they have a little structure on their own, and this way it doesn't add a lot of width to them when I'm just storing them right next to each other. So, really good quality. I think this will hold up well. So the Super Nintendo one's great. But let's move on to the NES one. So these are the NES cartridge protectors. You can tell they're a little bit bigger. But then again, NES cartridges are a little bit bigger than Super Nintendo cartridges. So this one folds out just like the other one. Now, do this right here, and there you go, you got that right there. So for this one I chose The Legend of Zelda. Now I chose this for a very specific reason, and that's because these cartridge protectors, I've got the instruction manuals and things for a lot of these games. Right, this right side up. Oop, there we go. Now I have the instruction manuals and extras for a lot of these games, but I may or may not have the boxes. So, like, here's the manual, which is one of the thickest NES manuals, and here's the map that goes along with the game, and you guys can kind of see how that is. So it's important to me that these stay safe. So ideally, what's going to happen, and then of course you've got a dust protector. Everybody knows these. So ideally, what's going to happen is I'm going to put the game in the dust protector, and then put the manuals alongside the game in the case. Now let's see if I can actually fit this thing in here. And I'm already gonna say it's probably not gonna work. It might be big enough. Oh, you know what? I'm catching the edge of the plastic lip right here. So if I undo this, maybe it'll work. Okay, so you can see everything is in there, kind of, but I don't know if you guys can see. It's supposed to be square. It's not square. It's like bowed up here, and that's a problem for me. So I'm going to actually test this thing just with the cartridge protector and see how much room I have. And actually, see, the cartridge protector is not really coming out unless I pull it out. It means it's pretty snug with this thing. So, you know what, this actually is going to protect it from the dust fairly well, I feel like. And it's more important to me to protect those extras that come with it. So what I'm going to try to do, I stuck this in here, and I've got a little bit of room in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of room. So I'm going to see if I can just tuck this manual and this map right behind here. And the reason why I chose this particular game to test this with is just because I know that this is actually a really thick freaking manual, and if this one fits, then just about all the other ones are going to fit too. So let's see what happens. Just gotta undo the bottom here so that we don't bend any of our pages getting the manual in there. Alright, and then actually this might work. It might close, guys. There we go. Look at that. And that actually did work. It did close. I mean, it's ever so slightly bowed out just a little bit, but not like to the point where it's actually going to let like moisture in or something like that. So yeah, so I think I can pretty much safely say videogameboxprotectors.com. If you have some cartridges you're kind of trying to keep in good shape, and even if you got some extras in it like this, as long as you're not like dealing with like the Final Fantasy manual, which is actually the size of a Super Nintendo manual, I think you can probably put your extras in the cartridge protectors with the games. I think that'll work out for you. So yeah. So there's Chrono Trigger. There's Zelda. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. Again, if I had like Wacky Races or something like that, I think I would probably invest in a protector that's maybe a little bit thicker, a little bit more crush-proof. But for most of my stuff, I think this is going to work pretty well. So if you got some just some bare cartridges that you need to protect, I think these things are like 75 cents each or something like that. If you buy more, you get, you know, lower price or whatever. But they're a pretty good price for the money, or for the value. So if you have these things that you need to protect, it's not a bad way to do it. So that's about it. And check out some of the other videos on the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Got lots of Let's Plays and reviews and that sort of thing on here. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you later.